Hey guys, this is Zach with NeXTech, and as you can probably tell, this is my new studio. I know I originally was going to show you guys the progress in a vlog format, but after doing one vlog, I realized the setup would be created quicker if I didn't vlog. Plus, I felt like this way it would be more of a surprise what the final setup would look like. Before I show it all to you though, I thought I'd give you a brief history of my past setups so that you could see the evolution of NeXTech's studio. So, starting with my first setup, it consisted of a built-in desk in my college apartment and a corner home theater organizer that I got for free. In the home theater organizer, I had my router, my Xbox One, and my controllers mounted to the side of it. On the desk, I had my PC, which consisted of an i7-6700K and two GTX 970s, as well as my speakers, Blue Yeti mic, and my LG 4K monitor. Above my monitor, I also had my TV mounted as an overhead display, which was also the Xbox display. Aesthetically, I would say the only thing that gave this setup any theme was the blue NeXTech lighting, but other than that, the setup was just kind of a hodgepodge. My second setup was in the same apartment, but on the other side of the room. This setup actually had a real desk that I got from Office Max, and it had all the same components from the previous setup. This time, the setup was much better aesthetically because the desk was black and the lighting really popped since the top of the desk was glass. This setup was cramped and kinda awkward since it was right at the door into my room. In my third setup, I moved into a new apartment, so I was able to solve the cramped issues from the previous setup. This setup kept most of the same parts from the previous setup as well. However, this setup was the first time a wall-mounted PC joined my setup, which I feel like is kind of a signature of NeXTech Studio now. The new PC had an i7-6850K and a GTX 1080. For this setup, I painted the wall section directly behind the desk blue to match the NeXTech's theme, and added Pokemon figurines, which I like Pokemon, so. Finally, I moved again, this time into a house, and I got a whole room dedicated to NeXTech. This is the setup you guys have known most recently, and I feel like this was the setup that really defined this channel. The wall-mounted PC was moved to the center of the wall directly behind the desk, and the faux wall I created to hide the cables came out great. I feel like everything I did in this setup represented NeXTech perfectly, and this is why you will see similar design choices in NeXTech's new studio. So without further ado, here is NeXTech's new studio. So now that you've gotten to enjoy some sweet B-roll, let's go over the things I've changed and added for the new studio. As you can probably tell from watching the vlog for the new studio, I used to have a big cabinet in the middle of the wall. I removed it and made a sit-stand desk to fit in the space. Originally, behind the desk, I was planning on using the same wall from the last studio to hide my cables, but sadly that wall was slightly too big, and I decided it would be easier to make a new wall for cable management rather than cut up the old one. So behind the desk is now this new wooden wall for cable management with black and blue acoustic panels surrounding it. Mounted on the center of the wall is my PC, which has been slightly upgraded since the last time you all saw it, and now is a new Thermaltake 360mm AIO that is addressable LEDs, and it got upgraded to 64 gigs of DDR4. As a refresher, it is a Threadripper 1950X system with two GTX 1080s in SLI. To each side of the PC, you will see my two Edifier Luna speakers that I've had for a while now. I decided to mount them to each side of the cabinets, which I believe gives them a unique look, and they are angled down towards me, so they still work great in this orientation. On the desk, you will see quite a few new things. Now I have a triple monitor setup with two LG 4K displays, sandwiching an LG ultra-wide display in the middle. This may sound like a weird configuration, but it works great for my video editing needs, since the timeline goes on the ultra-wide. I also got a new mouse and keyboard configuration with a new Corsair K75 keyboard, Corsair Dark Core mouse, Corsair wireless charging mouse mat, and an Elgato Stream Deck. Under the desk, I mounted all the cables in a nice, organized manner. This is also where I came up with an idea to cable manage the cables running from the desk into the wall. At this business, we have a printer and a CNC machine that both have this track system that contains the wires while the machine is moving around. So I replicated that with the wires going into the wall. Now the track allows the wires to stay neat and even when the sit-stand desk raises and lowers. As you might have caught in the B-roll, the two cabinets that sandwich my desk are used for storage of computer parts. Now, moving on to the rest of the room. In the middle of the room, I created a work desk to build computers on, and at the end of it, I created a cubby unit that holds all my cables organized in black and blue bins. On the other side of the room, I added a wooden backdrop set that is one wall with all my video equipment and drones mounted to it. On the other wall, it has the couch that I'm sitting on now for certain video segments on this channel. And the original framed acoustic panels from my old cable management wall are here. If you guys want to take a look at anything you see in this studio or want to buy any of it, I will have Amazon affiliate links to everything in the description below. These links just help me and the channel grow since I get a small kickback for using them. So I really hope you guys enjoyed getting to check out the new studio. I have so much more to show you of this building as well as a couple more projects I have coming up that I'm hoping to push out to you guys very soon. Plus I have some CES content coming up, so there's a bunch coming up. Just trying to find the time to put it all out for you guys, but I promise there's going to be a lot of content coming out that you will really enjoy. Please let me know what you think of this new studio in the comments below. This is Zach with NeXTech. See ya! So I wanted to show you guys a project that I'm working on as kind of like a sneak peek for you. This is our server here currently. And it is actually running as our server, but this is not the final location for it whatsoever. This thing is 128 gigs of RAM, 3 GTX 1060s, and a Threadripper 2990WX running at like 4.8 gigahertz right now on all cores. The eventual plan is to water cool this all properly, and this is 3 different VMs that 3 different people will be able to work on simultaneously with all about 10 cores of processing, 10 cores, 20 threads, which is pretty freaking impressive. Plus, I now have it set up where this will be in one room, but their display, USB, all that kind of thing will be going into a completely different side of the building just by using Ethernet cables and receivers and transmitters. So as you can see, this VM right here is set up with these transmitters where it's literally running entirely off of Ethernet, and I was testing it with a couple different USB devices and stuff like that. The mouse and keyboard actually work right now over that Ethernet connection. And then this VM, which let me get back on. This VM is just connected directly right this second, but it also is going to be connected with transmitters and receivers. So that's my little sneak peek for you guys. Look forward to showing you the full project video and everything. Let me know if you want to see more content like this. This is Zach. See ya.